wanted to take an opportunity today to interview someone outside of my own organization. A section of our text goes over labor unions, which is not something I experience at my own place of employment. I would like to welcome Boomer Bristow, who is employed by Dayton Fire Department and an executive board member for Local 136, to get his management perspective. Can you briefly explain how you oversee others in both your role in the fire department as well as your role in the union?
Well, when it comes to the fire department, like I'm one of the paramedics, so on scenes, on runs, I'm in charge of patient care and this overall scene. We direct care and provide care at the same time, and directing the other crew members on scene. When it comes to the union role, I oversee, I'm on our contract committee, I'm on many of our other committees, I'm on our negotiation team that deals directly with the negotiations of our contract and any other thing that requires negotiating. And in that, oversee our other members, our committees. We are, being a part of the executive board, we oversee all of that and are directing the way that the local goes.
We have talked a lot about organizational culture this week. The fire department seems to be a clan culture, placing importance on being a brotherhood among its brothers and sisters. How big of a role does that brotherhood play in your work life?
It creeps in to your entire life, not just at work or even with the union. It's when you're home too. I think a great example of that would be one of our members has a 4-year-old son who had beaten cancer and had just now found out it's back worse than it ever was before. So we're currently working on throwing a benefit for him it's 2 weeks from now, raising money for one of our own. That's what you always hear, one of our own. And the term brother or sister, that's just everyday language for us, because we live together for 24 hours at a time when we're on duty, and then most of us also hang out with each other and socialize with each other off duty. And our families are really intertwined, and it truly is a brotherhood. When someone is in need, everybody jumps in to help them however they can.
Thank you. I know you are well versed in how labor unions are run due to your experience. We are covering information on the different topics that unions and management negotiate about. In your opinion, what is the most important thing that a union does for their members?
As it pertains to our local, being a public safety local, it's safety. And we're from staffing, the amount of people on duty at a time, which we are currently extremely understaffed, to the equipment that we use, to the conditions of the fire stations. As a local, we are involved in that every way we can be, and we do have a very strong influence over that, because it truly is our safety. It's things that directly affect our lives, but also the citizens that we serve's lives. So we take that very seriously, and that's definitely at the top of our reason for existing. On top of that, your normal labor union wages, benefits, stuff like that, which we also hold dear to our hearts also, but it's the safety of our members and the way we operate to make sure that everybody gets to go home at the end of their tour of duty.
I wanted to discuss delegation with you. It is known that a good manager will delegate responsibilities as they see fit to be more efficient. What are your thoughts about delegation, and is it a process that you routinely use in your job?
Yes, both fire on duty for fire department and dealing with the local, working for the local, nothing would get done without delegation. Be it on an emergency scene, one person can't do everything. So you have whoever's in charge, and they're delegating tasks that need to be accomplished in an appropriate order at an appropriate time and to be carried out by others, because one person cannot do it all. And it's exactly the same way when it comes to the union business. We're fortunate where we are a large local, and there's 11 of us on our executive board, and things get delegated down from the president on down to the rest of us, which then also we will delegate stuff down to our stewards or even just regular members, because without that, nothing would get done. It's just there's too much to do for one person, or even 2, 3, 4 people to do. There's not enough time in a day.
No room for micromanagement in the fire department.
There's not, and there are managers, both local and department-wise, that have tried that, and it doesn't go well.
It doesn't work.
Nothing gets accomplished, and it's also very obvious when it's happening. And fire department members in general don't like being micromanaged. That's always one of the best things about the fire service is assign anyone a task with a clear objective, and they will find a way to get it done.
That's great. Well, thanks for your service and for your answers, because it's definitely a world that is different from my work life. So I appreciate your perspective on that. Thank you.
Thank you.